And you're part of history 30 odd years ago. What does it mean to be part of launching another club in Queensland?
Yeah, look, I don't know. Terry just made the point about all the starts and how many times I've been asked to be a part of something. Let's just get to the kick-off in 3 months' time, and we'll all be in a better place and we'll have a better understanding of what's in front of us.
Well, what sort of club do you want the Dolphins to be, Wayne? You obviously had a great idea of what you wanted the Broncos to be.
Well, I don't think that's really changed. So why don't you look at the script, what we did at the Broncos in '88, because there won't be much difference to what we're going to do here in 2023.
What sort of qualities will the Dolphins be, do you think, when you under your stewardship?
Well, if you look at the players we recruited, particularly the older players and their background, that gives you a pretty good idea what we're going to be chasing here with regards to how we want to be seen.
So does that mean that you expect a premiership within 5 years at the Dolphins?
No, I don't. Look, that's all cheap talk, Ben. Bottom line is, we'll start the competition with everybody else next year, and we'll have a plan in place about how we want to be, how we want to be perceived, and it'll be a matter of the young men buying into that, and it'll be a process, and whether it takes 5 years or 10 years, and who knows, but it's get the process right, you're a lot closer to success.
You've got players coming through in waves, so what does the next 6 weeks look like for you?
Pretty chaotic, yeah, because it's really can't do a great deal except get some guys in fit and a little bit of work with them, but nothing's really going to happen here as a club until January 5th when everybody arrives together.
Do you see that as a disadvantage for your first season, Wayne?
Well, I don't. Look, it is what it is. If I want to have a sook about it and carry on about it, it won't help anybody. The bottom line is that's what we're going to start on the 5th of January, and that's when we're all going to be here, and we're going to make the best of it. We've got an 8-week period to be ready to play our first game.
Good to see Ray Stone here, Wayne. He's one of your signings from an NRL club, but he's there doing his rehab today. That's a good thing. What do you make of his sign?
Yeah, well, like what I said at the time, I don't. Why are you getting me repeat myself today? How many times do you think I've talked about Ray Stone? Go on, guys. Have a bit more initiative than that.
Wayne, you went through the Super League period. I mean, this talk of a breakaway league, Wayne, how divisive would that be?
That's rubbish. Look, I only heard 3 months ago the CBA was on again. There's always drama. Every time they have the CBA, there's drama. Yeah. Okay, but at the end of the day, we get it all together and we'll play footy. We'll be one competition next year, and they'll sort themselves out. So.
The one benefit of having players coming back in waves is that you've got that core group of young players who are out there this morning. What are you going to do with them before the other guys arrive?
Get them fit.
Yep.
Are you concerned about some of the players overseas? I mean, Milford's overseas. I mean, and he's very much an important part of your side next year. How do you keep those blokes fit before January?
Well, they haven't got too long to get unfit. They've just made the semi-final World Cup, so yeah. Well, he can't do himself that much damage in 6 weeks. It'll be good. He'll be right.
Is this your greatest challenge, Wayne, as a coach?
No.
What was? What was?
Well, I know that. I'm not telling you guys.
I guess, Wayne, I know there's probably a sentiment that you'll be easy beats next year, that you could win the wooden spoon. You obviously don't feel that way.
Well, I'm not allowed to bet on rugby league, so if I was, I wouldn't be betting on Dolphins having the wooden spoon.
Why is that, Wayne?
Because I don't believe we'll do that. I don't believe that that's going to happen.
What have you made of Isaac Katoa's form over the World Cup?
Yeah, not too bad, but he's a kid still, so there's a lot of work in front of him yet. But he's certainly a player with a lot of talent.
How's the drive from Warwick to Redcliffe?
Yeah, it was good. I missed the bypass today. I had to put myself an extra half an hour out there. The rest was good.
Wayne, Cam Munster said he was going to give you a phone call. Have you had that phone call yet?
No, but I'm waiting.
Do you think it'll come, Wayne?
Probably not.
If he did call you, what do you think you'd say to him?
I'd say g'day, Cam.
Back on Milf, Wayne, he was man of the match this morning. You must be happy to see him firing like that.
Well, I missed the game because I wasn't going to set up for that to meet you guys this morning. I want to be at my best. So,
how do you think you're going?
I'm going okay, actually. I'm pleased with myself. I didn't really want to talk today, but anyway.
Seriously though, Wayne, you must be looking forward to coaching him again. You got the best out of him at the Broncos.
Well, I was just pleased they won in that sense. I mean, I was a bit disappointed for Tonga and Christian, and I've got a couple of good friends there, and Ben Hornby and Dean Young, part of the coaching staff there, and they're great guys. So But on the other side, I was pleased for Milford because I just thought, it gives him another game, a bit more confidence. Semi-final will be pretty much full on. And, much of what those players do for a lot of those guys is confidence is everything, and the more of those games you can play. So I'm pretty optimistic he'll come back with a lot of confidence that he's probably lacked over the last couple of years when we start here next year, and hopefully we can build on that.
Wayne, lots of reports around Tessie New. Where's that at?
No, nothing about Tessie New.
So you don't think he'll be a Dolphin next year?
Not to my knowledge, but you may know something I don't.
Wayne, have you missed it? You go, guys.
No, you got a few more spots to fill, Wayne. How many more have you got? What's
5, I think. Yeah.
Are you expecting to get a genuine marquee, and how long will you?
No, we're not expecting to get. We're in the marketplace for one, but we're not expecting anything to fall out overnight. Could happen next week, month, who knows. But the good part for us is the money's there. We haven't touched the money. We haven't wasted the money. So if there's someone that generally does come on the market, we can be in there with that. It's got to be right for us and the right fit for us as well.
Would you be open to testing you if he did become available?
Yeah, I'd be open to him, but I don't. As I said, to my knowledge, we haven't negotiated with him or spoken to him or his management. But I'd be interested.
What about Dylan Brown? Apparently there's some interest there, Wayne, in Dylan, the Parramatta playmaker. Is he a guy you'd look at?
Well, look, it comes back to the quality of these players. I mean, he's a quality player, and I saw him play for New Zealand against Fiji 2 days ago, and I thought he played really well. And again, if he comes on the market or he wants to leave Parramatta, we'd be interested.
Can I ask, just on that Broncos 88 team, you said it's going to be exactly the same.
Well, it won't be exactly the same, but it'll be a lot of things that will be similar.
Like what? I wasn't born then, so.
Lucky
Oh,
you.
well, you better go and read the stories on the Broncos then.
I read your book, but I need a bit more. Can you tell the fans what to expect?
No, we'll just wait and see, okay?
But it is a different challenge though, Wayne. I mean, back then you did have the pick of, you had the Dowlings, the Lewises, the Mileses to pick from. You don't have that.
Well, I've said that before. I mean, the recruiting's been totally different here, and it's been a lot more difficult because, we can't pick up half a Queensland State of Origin team because the Brisbane comp was pretty strong back in that era, and they weren't all in Sydney, but they're all in Sydney now, and all in the NRL, 15 other clubs or 16 other clubs. So it's been different.
What about the Broncos, Wayne? Could it be one of the great rivalries in this game, the Dolphins and the Bronx?
It's hard to imagine it won't be.
Yeah.
But that'll be just natural. It'll be driven by the fans and two Brisbane clubs together. It'll be a bit like Manchester City, Manchester United, and so many competitions around the world where you've got that type of situation. So, yeah, I hope it is. I want it to be that way. It gives great interest. I mean, when the Crushers were here, I think we had 40,000 odd people turn up at the Crushers, and they had won a game at one stage there, and because everyone saw that as part of the rivalry. So it's good. It's healthy.
Yeah, sure. Just a great service, obviously today, a touching service that will be, Wayne, just on Liam. Did you have much to do with him? Or
No, I didn't. I only met him once after the prelim final, actually, and I was really taken back by what a fine young man he was. But I only met him on that one occasion and hadn't seen him since. So.
Yeah, he had hopes of playing NRL, didn't he, Wayne?
He did. Well, he won the player of the match in the prelim final. It was in the afternoon. I met him after the game, and he was very talented.